How many times has this happened to you? You're this close to clearing heavies on oil rig and a scientist comes out of absolutely nowhere. Knowing how much loot is at stake, you grab the closest boat you can find, not knowing how long it will take to get back or if you even have enough low grade to make it. How about this? Cargo spawns and you know you can hold it if you're the first one on. But in order to beat everyone else, you've got to find the fastest way to get there. Well, in this video, not only are we going to talk about which boat in Rust is the fastest and most efficient, but we're going to find out if it's even possible to board cargo with a DPV or a sub. What's up guys, to start off today's video we're going to look at the slowest form of transportation on the water, swimming. At 6 kilometers an hour, swimming is more than twice as slow as the next fastest way to travel the Rust seas. To put that into perspective, it'll take you 1.5 minutes to travel each grid on the map, but at the very least, it won't cost you any low grade. Next up on our list is swimming with fins. At 13 kilometers per hour, swimming with fins blows swimming without them completely out of the water. Fins can be found in toolboxes, brown crates, or bought from Fishing Village for a base price of 25 scrap. Because fins allow you to travel just as fast horizontally as they do vertically, they're absolutely essential for diving for sunken crates or getting into underwater labs. In this slot we have the Boogie Board, which just edges out fins with a top speed of 14 kilometers per hour. The Boogie Board requires Rust Sunburn DLC to craft, and each one will cost you 1 tarp and 75 metal fragments. Uniquely, when you mount it, the Boogie Board throws you into a third-person perspective, and if you dismount, can act as a temporary platform on the water, but will take damage the longer you stand on it. The DPV rightfully takes our biggest jump in speed so far as the first powered vehicle on this list. The DPV comes in with a top speed of 24 kilometers per hour, but a relatively pricey 9 low grade per minute used. Although it doesn't offer you a lot of protection from the outside world, the DPV does allow you to submerge or ascend in the water. To dive with the DPV, press Ctrl, and to ascend, press Shift. Something interesting to note here is that even though the DPV allows you to travel quicker horizontally in the water, the fins actually let you ascend and descend in the water quicker. The DPV can hold up to 100 low grade, and can be crafted at the Tier 2 workbench for 1 tech trash and 15 HQM, or can be found in military crates and better. Like the Boogie Board, the DPV can also be stood on, but will not take damage over time. Although, when you pick it up, it takes 10% durability and requires HQM to repair. Since it is a boat in Rust, the cargo ship enters this position on our list. Cargo cruises the open ocean at 28 kilometers per hour. What that means is that everything before this entry on the list cannot be used to board cargo while it's moving, and every entry after can be used to board cargo. Cargo circles the map, slowing down only to stop at each harbor along the way. It spawns with hostile scientists and locked crates that have some of the highest tier loot in the game. Next up we have the Duo Submarine. It has a top speed of 33 kilometers per hour and, like the DPV, uses 9 low grade per minute. In addition to being able to dive and ascend like the DPV, the Duo Sub can fit 2 players and has a small box worth of storage inside. The Duo Sub is my personal favorite vehicle because in addition to all its other features, it can shoot torpedoes that can be used to sink other vessels, raid, or kill other players. When compared to other vehicles in Rust, the handling of the sub is very strange. It slides quite a bit, which can make it difficult to maneuver into tight spaces such as a garage. For those curious to know how I got the speeds shown in this video, many vehicles in Rust, such as the Duo Sub, have functioning, accurate speedometers in them like the one you see here. Here we can see the storage in the Duo Sub, and the only way to add more low grade is by sitting in the passenger seat. Acquiring a Duo Sub will cost you 300 scrap at a Fishing Village and include 50 low grade already inside the vehicle. If you guys have been enjoying the video so far, please make sure to subscribe down below. Interestingly, the Solo Submarine is faster than the Duo Sub at 38 kilometers per hour and more efficient at 8 low grade used per minute. The solo sub has the same movement and torpedo shooting capabilities as the duo sub, along with similar handling. Something fascinating about both submarines is that another player can actually ride on top of them while they travel at full speed, and as long as they don't submerge, that player will be able to stay on top the whole way. Although the solo sub can only fit one player, it also has a small box worth of storage that you can see here, and low grade that you can put in the back here as well. In order to get your own solo sub, you'll need to pay 200 scrap to your nearest fishing village, and it will also come with 50 low grade loaded as well. The Tugboat is probably the most unique entry on our list, with a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour and a whopping 20 low grade used per minute in operation. What makes the Tugboat so special is that not only can it be used as a vehicle, but also as a home, with the ability to let you place deployables such as doors, sleeping bags, boxes, and workbenches. It has everything you need out there on the seas. The Tugboat has a bridge that you can seal off with 2 doors. Being at the steering wheel allows you to authorize, which will give you the ability to place deployables on board the tug. The only way to acquire a tugboat is to find one, and each map only spawns 2 tugboats per harbor. This makes owning a tugboat extremely competitive, meaning that they're almost always at risk of either being raided by a person with explosives or sunk by a submarine. Submarines can sink a tugboat with 12 torpedoes, so although the tugboat is faster and able to maneuver away from a submarine, you need to act quick because there isn't much time before it's already too late. Once a tugboat gets sunk, it persists at the bottom of the ocean for a time where you can collect your loot or somebody else can raid in, and then a new tugboat will spawn at a harbor shortly thereafter. If we stop driving the sub, we can take a look at the living quarters below the bridge and see how much space there is to really make your base at sea a home. Probably the most common vehicle in Rust, the Rowboat takes the next slot on this list. With a top speed of 44 kilometers per hour and 6 low grade used per minute, its efficiency absolutely cannot be beat. This fuel efficiency is the reason why you can go out on the water with 10 low grade, hit a few junk piles, and come back having gained low grade over the course of your journey. The Rowboat can fit up to 4 players and has a small box worth of storage accessible at the front. Acquiring a Rowboat is one of the easiest tasks in the game, as they spawn all along the shores of the map, are forced to spawn frequently near Fishing Village, and can be bought from Fishing Village for 125 scrap each. Coming in as the absolute fastest vehicle on the water in Rust is the Rhib, to no one's surprise. With a top speed of 64 kilometers per hour, there's nothing else in the game that can even begin to keep up with it on the water. The biggest drawback to the Rhib is its use of 15 low grade per minute, which will have you absolutely burning through stacks of low grade if you're trying to cruise around the map in one. The Rhib can support up to 6 passengers and has an entire large box worth of storage at the front. The Rhib also has a bulletproof windshield for the driver, which actually provides a fair amount of protection against enemy projectiles as you're going towards your destination. I cannot emphasize enough how absolutely the speed of the Rhib cannot be beat. Over the course of this clip, we drive from the shore all the way to an oil rig in almost no time at all. To get your own Rhib, you can collect the one that spawns on the back of every cargo ship, or purchase one from a fishing village for 300 scrap. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to leave a comment telling me your favorite vehicle in Rust.